Friends, dear Skal, first of all, welcome in Rome, but welcome at the Savoy Hotel also. I hope you can appreciate the hotel, the services, and also my staff. Yes. Now, I received a message from Ms. Susan Sari, the director of Young Skal International. Now I will read the message she sent to me. Dear young Skal and those young at attending at the symposium, greetings from my office at the Turku University of Applied Sciences. Next to me is a file of excellence, to be marked and on my screen, a lecture for tomorrow about service concepts hotels. I feel sad that my work duties had to come first this time. But while dreaming to remember Teresa's school toast to happiness, good health, long life, and friendship. Looking forward to see you all soon. Susan Sari, Director of Young Skal. Today, we will talk about mentoring. Now, I will introduce our Rome President, Mr. Augusto Minesi.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today, so numerous. Before starting the panel, of which I'm the coordinator, the mentoring, I'd like to say just a couple of things which were not said yesterday when we had the switch of the computer. First of all, I'd like to show you the splendid video, the promotional video of Skal International. It's a new video, it's just a 2 minutes video, but it's really a fantastic one. We want to show, especially for the people who have not yet seen it.
Probably is not enough to build up long life business. We need to bring, I think, in our daily business, other patients we have, and each of us can become, with years of experience, a real masterpiece with different passions. Everyone can show different side of characters, of wishing, of dreams, and so on.
First of all, let me say, we talk about mentoring. We can have a day talking about mentoring by itself. But the idea that I have is to talk about mentoring connected with the young Skal, not mentoring in general. What is mentoring? Mentoring is the transmission. I'm reading what is written on the dictionary. It's the transmission of knowledge from one generation to another. Is the added value and is commonly referred to mentoring. The personal name mentor has been adopted in English and in all the language as a term meaning someone who imparts wisdom and shares knowledge with a less experienced colleague or young person. So this is as general. Then there are various differences in coaching, training, sponsoring, and mentoring.
I want to know, in your opinion, how can we match your mentoring experience with our easy approach in using new technologies and social network?
Ask the native question.
I will answer in about 2 hours. In 2 hours I will answer to your question.
But practically, we really want to know what you can offer in practical terms to us. Because you know well the situation in Italy, and if you compare a young German or French person, it's not the same. You know, the surroundings is not the same. So what you can offer in practical terms, not in theory, to a young person.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, former President Hurias Lankas from Turkey.
Talking about mentoring in general, you just said experience. I think what we have, the seniors, is the experience, and we have paid for it over years, over time.
High price.
High prices. We have made mistakes. We learn from our mistakes, and this is what makes us come to the stage of mature, or whatever you call it.
A special applause to Christina, because she's the coordinator of this symposium. Thank you, Christina.
In your opinion, we could really speak about mentoring in Italy?
This is a French question.
Now we have Giorgio Preti. Probably the next, that's our general manager. In the next day. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are young and we have to improve this association. So I would like to know, in your opinion, what have been the errors that you made in the past, in your opinion, inside the association, so Skal Association.
For young.
No, in generally speaking.
And the transaction in that, as you know, we have a job bank in our website. So that's another problem which I would ask from the younger generation especially more, because with older generation we have that lack. We are, or the executive of the Skal International and the council as well, sometimes working very hard on achieving certain things, and they're on our website, but we are seeing that our website is not being visited enough. So we are hearing sometimes things as a proposal which are already there. So especially for younger people, from mentoring, I have to come to that as well, we have a document in there which says FLP. Have you ever seen that? Did anybody know about it?
NLP?
FLP.
FLP. Future Leaders Program.
Future Leaders Program. Just enter in and revise it. You will see that there is a good lead for mentoring our generations or our next generations. Thank you very much.
Another question from Mr. Corallini. He works in account department of our hotel.
Yeah. I want to ask if it's more important for you in mentoring to transfer to young generation the strategy of the work than the goals or the strategy, or exactly what is the work, because in my opinion in 20 years the work will change.
You mentioned a specific item, if you want to call or anything, but for your information, mentoring is covering a lot of things. Just to say some. You can gain valuable advice. You we can develop with our experience, not a technical experience, we can develop knowledge and skills. We can improve your communication skills, that's what you were mentioning. You can learn new perspectives by our experience and mentoring. You can build your network, your contacts. We have the contacts. We can transfer these contacts to you so you can build your own contacts, and we can help you in advancing in your career, giving suggestions, whatever would be helpful to you. So not a specific item, but a global package. So mentoring is giving you a global package. Sorry, the needs of the young member.
Is it special or inclusive?
All inclusive.
When you were talking about actually setting the goals, we cannot set the goals for you. You have to set, everybody has to set its goal himself. And then of course when you see that you are not reaching, I mean we are not teachers, you have to go forward. But then there might come a moment when you don't really know which way should I go. That's where you need the mentor.
First of all,
That's what I was asking to you all.
Yeah.
If you enter the website and click under membership development FLP, you will see quite good guidelines. You can add to that. You can, of course, come back and mentor us in forming it in better. My sound is enough, I suppose. But so you have to have that curiosity to get into our website and to search in there as well.
But no one actually has, because I was thinking maybe that you could have a document, maybe a few items on this document, so all the clubs have the same
that's
thing
document.
that you can follow, yeah.
You can
Okay.
download.
I know the fact that not all clubs run the same way, so I just present my club and how we found a pretty good solution for this problem. First of all, we have two clubs, okay? The senior Skal and the young Skal, who work independently. They have their own board and their own meetings. We have our own board and our own meetings. They also have their own projects. We have our own projects. But we work as one entity. Sorry, the president of Roman Skal, that we say, okay, I am available to help you. I have this time. I think this is a great idea.
Well, first of all, we have the same structure in Turkey, like a Bucharest club. We try to meet separately and we try to share something with the youngs. But it is important to get the same meetings with the senior school because they are the mentor. We get something for them. That's the That's
in English.
Yes, in English.
Well, thank you all for taking my question today and having us all here. I wanted to know, when you said develop this one mentor program, like we've been discussing, I kind of want to know if you have any ideas or have worked on this mentor program at all, and if you have any development going on for that program. And I also wanted to know, wanted to say that with this program, I believe that it would help keep us as young scholars accountable for actually using our mentorships and using the knowledge that we are gaining and using them in the field. And by doing this, some ideas for doing this would be maybe creating events, like you said, like it's events, but even on a local level, creating events for young scholars we are gaining.
We are doing, especially in Rome, as you see, there are some clubs having a separation, clear separation between the senior club and the young club. Some of the clubs, they do all together. For instance, we have Mr. Roberto Necci, who is a member of our board, at the same time is the responsible for the young section. We don't make a separation, we do all together. So when we have a board meeting, just for your information before we have other program, and he's representing the young, and then he reports to the young. And when we make an event, we are all together. our circular does not go only to the senior and separate to the young. Our main...
She works as a reception in a boutique hotel in close to Lavora Square. Ah.
Thank you.
A good interpreter.
Thank you. So, we have been talking about and discussing about mentors and mentoring and their special relationship. Okay? And what I would like to ask you is, in your personal opinion, if you could give an advice to the young, what would it be?
My name is I'm from Istanbul, Skal, International, and I'm not here.
Hi, I have two question points on mentoring. One, I think, in Nairobi, I come from Skal, Kenya, Nairobi. We are as many as one. I'm the only young Skal member. We have had a few young Skal members before, but they lose interest. Yes, why? Because you come, you attend 1, 2 Skal meetings, and I think as young people, we want to be interested. We want a reason to do what we are doing. I come to Skal to get the connection, the networking, to help me in my career, making decisions in life and all that, yeah? But then I think that for Skal Kenya Nairobi, for young Skal to grow, we need, other than mentorship, we need, the senior Skal needs to give us a go ahead, yeah?
My question is, all of you are obviously well experienced within the industry. What tools or what, you obviously had a vision or goals within your respective career. What tools did you use to build that vision and goals? And the second part of my question is, what vision and goals are we setting for Young Skal? And what is Young Skal going to look like in 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years?
Interesting question.
Now, as a professional, actually, I'm a hotelier. What I can advise, of course, is a good education to begin with. And then, before entering into real life of work, during your training periods, and also at the initial parts of your, if you are training for a hotelier, I'm talking about, so with tour operators, agencies, I cannot say much, but in the sense of hotels, the most important thing you need is that first, I ask, for example, I am giving sometimes lectures in the Mediterranean University as well. I ask to the young people, I say, you have to have 2 virtues. If you don't have those, please don't get into the industry. You might fail at one point and you cannot go further. And they are curious and they ask, what is it? Well, what is it? And I say, first, you have to have a sociable character and you should love people. If you are an introvert character and you don't like socializing and you don't really care that much about other people but only yourself or perhaps your family, then tourism is not a good profession for you. The second, I say, is patience. If you don't have patience in tourism, you are done for.
Attention, the last but not the least, Antonio. I am Chancellor of Italy and also I am worker of this symposium. And then I am also Secretary of Rome. First of all, thanks for your cooperation. People need people. And without your cooperation, there isn't the success of this symposium.
For being here with us. And mainly I would like to thank you for making this room a living room. So don't be afraid, don't be scared, do questions, and making this happening alive happening. This is important. My name is Raffaele, and I've been working for Rome Airport, the company that manages the airports in Rome, so Fiumicino and Ciampino. We have two airports here, and we manage 40 million per year, 40 million passengers per year, and we are number 6 in Europe. Just to say,
Target 100 million.
Targeting 100 million in 30 years' time from now. I'm in charge for the route development, so I'm in charge for attracting new business in Rome. Specifically, I'm now looking for the Asian side of the world, so for example, tomorrow I'm leaving for China. And I will meet airlines, I will meet tour operators, I will meet travel agency in trying to convince them that Rome would be an interesting spot in Europe.
The problem, because we don't see the website. We wait or not. That's the problem. And
so very close. So for me, it was an honor to be inducted as a young Skal in Orlando. And this is just very, very small example, and very, very thankful to all the presidents and to Antonio, of course, who kind of hosted me as a family here in Italy, because Skal is really a family, and I want to be just a witness of what does it mean to be a young Skal internationally, because you can just move around the world and always have a family that can host you, like you were mentioning before. So I just went there, and then I started working as a cast member at Disney. And the president were mentioning earlier that, first of all, before managing any department, you really need, in the hospitality industry, how to be at the reception, how to be serving somebody in a restaurant, how to get a tip.
This is terrible for new generations, because even when we were beginning 20 or 30 years ago, our business was not easy if you were a first generation employer. But everyone was saying to you, go on, and in a few months, in a few years, in 2 decades, you will become strong. The future is good. Now the common mentality is to be pessimistic, to say tomorrow is worse than now.
Imagine that daily they have to go across the road.
tu stai nel nostro tavolo, tu sei nel tavolo qui.
Questo?
Sì, tu sei qui.
I think you have all enjoyed your meals and you are at the end of it with the treats. I just wanted to start the formalities because I want to present to Augusto a small token of my appreciation and some of my banners to Antonio and Roberto as well. And then I think Ankara has something, Riyadh has something, so you shall complete the night like that, if you allow me. Okay?
Momento.
We can perhaps do it like that. It's easier instead of making This is a special token from Turkey. From Kashabashi, you know already. Oh my God! That's a special edition. Why those things open? That difficult. Have it in a way.
This is really a
This is really a fantastic gift. I like you to see. We've been living in Turkey for about 6 years. So I know exactly the value and the meaning of such a masterpiece. Because this is the most important and major factory in Turkey doing this precious gift. And I'm very grateful to President Salih and of course
give my banners as well. Sit one with the president. So this will go. Please give this to German. And Roberto. Thank you. Thank you.
A me, Antonio.
So this comes from Ankara. We heard of Anatolia.
This comes from Ankara. It is really a masterpiece. I'm really grateful because it's fantastic. The work of Anatolia. So, President of Akka, Sadiq Bey did it. Sadiq Bey, Atiba Maka.
Gira.
Thank you very much. Of course, I accept as President of Skal International Road, but everybody, all the members of Skal International Road are grateful to you and grateful to President Salih. We are really all with you, all with you. We are proud of it. With great pleasure. We are very honored to have a president with us. We are very proud to have a president with Salih. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
movimiento sexy, una mano en la